Hello, good morning. I hope you're having an amazing day thus far, or good afternoon, wherever you are in this part or this country or wherever you are. Anyway, know that you are appreciated, accepted, seen, heard, and loved, at least by me, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for going along on this journey with me. I look forward to the future that's on the horizon and the big changes that are coming. So with that said, today I want to talk about the I am center point. I've talked about how God is this, we'll talk about the chakra system. The chakras are two cones out, and then there's one behind you. This is true for every chakra. And they meet in the middle, and in the middle there's a center point, kind of like the infinity symbol. There's a center point. It's literally the grain of a seed, a mustard seed. It's God in essence, the purest form of God. And the I am center, for those that have experienced it, is what some call the death of the ego. I don't really like the term the ego personally, because it's more than just that. It's literally the death of everything and everyone. It's not just your false self or the illusion or the programming or the conditioning. It's not just that. It's literally dying and letting go of everything and falling. And you experience that by taking your consciousness down into your root chakra, and you get to a point where you're free falling. Most people don't go down there because it's so fear-based. Here on this planet is actually rooted in fear. That's why the system, that's why the system is filled with a bunch of victims. Because everybody lives in fear of everything and everyone. And so nobody wants to go into the fear. The thing is, though, is when you go into the fear, and it's funny because this is where you'll get into distraction and interference energy too, because those that have control over, we'll stick with this particular planet. This particular planet do not want you to reach that center point of knowing who you are, that you are source. Because if you reach that point, then you will see the truth of everyone and everything, and then you won't put up with their crap anymore. You won't believe their lies, because like me, when somebody's lying to me or pretending, I see right through it. Like, I can see the vibration, I can feel it. Or when they are themselves living in fear and that my words are bouncing right off their shields, I see that stuff. And now that I'm aware and awake of it, yeah, I don't even deal with it anymore. Like, it's a waste of my time to engage with an energy like that. If you're going to choose to be in that energy, then that's your choice. I have free will choice as well. But to get back to this I am center, those that have gone through this, and Eckhart Tolle is one of those, it was through massive despair because he had lost someone. It was a death, and that's what this is. It is literally a death. And as you go deeper into it, you're going into the darkness. You're going into what some will call the void. All right? There's nothing there. It's empty. Except for these spirits or these entities that are going to throw things at you to distract you, to keep you from reaching that really tiny center point. Because when you get there, you realize that's your identity. That's who I am. Wait, I am me. I am all of this. It is me. Why would I hurt this when it's a reflection or connection or an extension of me? I wouldn't. It's pure love. Love in its purest form. Not a love that we know here. I've talked about this many times because that's been twisted, and it's no. It's this sense of knowing and confidence that I know what to do, when to do, how to do it, who to talk to, when to talk to them, and how to get there. It's tapping into your intuition fully. Now, in order to do that, you have to sit very, very still. And you have to breathe, and you have to look at all these fears and understand they're not real. It's just a distraction. Just like the cats fighting in the back. It's purposely done to keep me from getting this message out. But I won't, because I'm so focused and in line. I'm not going to let that stop me, because that's what they want. They do not want you to remember your power of who you are. Your I am center is back in the mother, the divine mother. When I went down there last night, I've hit this a couple of times where it was a massive like, aha, of course I know who I am. I know what to do, know how to do it, when to do it. Let's go. Of course, I was the only one, but it didn't matter. I just knew. People say, how do you know? I don't know. I just know. Doesn't matter. Move on. Next. And so the last couple of times that I've reached this pinnacle, this point, was just a quick synapses, just a quick, okay, here it is. It hadn't fully integrated until now. I haven't fully integrated it this time around just yet. I'm still in the process, because for me, when I went down into that point, I found my old soulmate, my own old twin flame, Samael, in there as me, in that position. Of course, I let him in because I loved him. He was my mate, and I trusted that he had my best interest. I had no idea that he was trying to replace me and be me. So he's in my I am center as me. What? Why are you doing this? Why are you here? Because in order to control me, in order to have a direct connection to source, because I have a direct connection plugged into source. I literally am like a lamp that is always turned on because I choose to plug in. And Samael, when he fell, fallen angel that became Rashael, the devil, same entity, just a different avatar. He fell to the pits of the void in the darkness, and then he started to go crazy a little bit. Instead of sitting there and focusing on healing himself, he devised a plan against God to overthrow God to be God. And envy, greed, hate, and anger set in, which is why we have all of those emotions. And in order to do that, he had to rope in his other half. He didn't have a choice because he was in the pit by himself. He couldn't see the light, and he needed the light in order to manifest, because you can't manifest in the dark, in destruction, in the void like that. Can't see. So while I'm down there and having conversations with him, I'm finally like, no, I'm done with you. You purposely and maliciously attacked me with intent. You knew exactly what you were doing. Yeah, I forgive you, but you and I are through. I have no desire to help you, nor will I help you, because you purposely did this to destroy me. I would never let you back in. That would be insanity on my part. What I am going to do is I'm going to take back all that is mine, that belongs to me, that you stole from me and used to build this illusion that we currently are shifting out of, this polarized system, I am going to completely eject myself from this. And you have no choice. You have no power over me. You are not me. And all this hate that you've infused and tar and negativity that you've infused into my beautiful essence, I'm giving back to you so that you may sit in your own creation and you choose whether or not you come out of it. You're not going to siphon and attack, take from me or any other entity for that fact. You are a predator. You preyed on me. You preyed on my innocence, my love. You used my love as a weapon against me so that you could build your sick utopia. I don't want to be a part of that, and I do not have to be. So I am freeing myself from you completely. Get out of my sovereignty. Get out of my space. Get out of my temple. This is mine. It belongs to me, not you. You do not identify as me. And the fact that you do is a little weird, to be honest with you, because that's why you're so confused about your gender. Because you are not sitting on your side. You decided to come into me and take me over. Get out. So I exterminated, I ejected, I evicted, and got this energy out and these other energies that were attached to this energy. And then I'm going to go back to that I am center and reconnect, because the first thing that I did, because that's more Satori, this is enlightenment. Go back up to God the Father aspect, which is enlightenment, which is, I see everything. Everything's blissful. It's amazing. It's joyous. It's like every moment is just like, enlightenment is the highest vibration of energy there is. It's like bliss and joy over and over and over and over and over again. The problem was it was very hard to maintain. The reason being is because it had not been fully pulled down into me, into my I am center. The other pinnacle, connecting the masculine and the feminine, connecting these 2 points. Once that's done, I'm fully anchored into this form, which has never happened before. Reclaiming who I am. Putting love into me, which has never happened before. I've never, me, Rebecca, nor my greater self has never experienced love. It's like trying to tell a blind person the color red. I don't know. I just know that it flows through me and I give it to you. I don't know. And then I don't get anything back. And then I'm empty. And the only thing that saved me from this whole process, from this whole collapse of this, was this one tiny grain of sand that my greater self was told by God, protect this with everything you have. This is the purest form of God within you. Do not let anybody get a hold of it. And this is what I did for eons and shielded myself so that he never got this one tiny grain. And then once I started to awaken, this tiny grain started to grow. And my light started to turn back on. My connection started to reconnect, and all these energies that were siphoning from me, that had plugged into me, that had used all these really shitty tactics against me, are now, they're gone. And what might be left is only a matter of time. And then fully integrating into the material plane, and then branching that light out, and then connecting with other lights, and then showing those other lights how to get back into the truth of who they are. God, source in me, as me, flowing through me. It's always been doing that at my heart level, never been able to do it here in the earthly realm. I did it for a little bit, and that's when I was doing miracles as a child, and as well about 2017, 2016, it was maybe to 2015, somewhere around there, I had a quick glimpse into who I was and my future, but I wasn't able to fully step forward because the masculine that was with me at that time was the fake. He did not have my back. He was not interested in helping me or anyone else grow. He was only interested in power. And so my role has been to undo that entire power base, and undo that whole system. Set the karma, set the energy, reset it. And then from there, a new masculine is going to step up, and has stepped up, I've found out. And then I will build with that one. And this old one will live with their own decisions and choices without me. I will not be a part of that. I will not feed into that. That's the split. The two universes. We will still reside here, but those that are enlightened, these energies, they won't be able to come near me, because my vibration will be so high that it will expose everything about them. This happens to me already. These energies, they'll just run. The same thing is going to happen to you if you go this route. And one of the aspects of this process is to go down into that I am center. And it's a free fall. It's like you're falling. And as you're falling, you're letting go of everyone and everything. I mean, everything. Even including yourself. That's the part that gets people. What do you mean I have to die? Yeah, you have to die. Your old self has to die. That's why I do not identify as my old name, my old self, Naminda. I don't identify with her anymore. I let her go a long time ago and renamed myself Genesis, because I am the new beginning. I am the key. I am the one that started this whole thing, and I am the one that will see it forward. And I take that job very seriously, because I will never be a slave to anyone ever again. And I'll be, till the day I die or leave this planet, I will set everybody free that wants to be free. Because I know and I've seen that there is a better way. And that this conditioning and this garbage that you've been led, or we've been led to believe, it's just that, it's garbage. So I challenge you to go down into your I am center, go deep until you reconnect with who you are. And all the distractions, your energy is going to shake, you're going to have a lot of fears, you're going to have a lot of emotion. Breathe and just focus on this little point. If you focus on that point called God and ask for assistance, you'll make it there. And it literally is like turning the light switch back on. All right, I love you. This was a long one. Have a great day.